had fun kicking. The sick one, his suits were oversized, giving him the look of a man dying of a flesh-stealing disease. And the leader, he did the talking. The other two did the nodding. We mumbled among ourselves as they opened their briefcases and passed sheets of paper among themselves, covering their mouths as they whispered into each other's ears to ensure they had their lies straight. We had nowhere more important to be, so we waited, desperate for good news. We whispered at intervals, wondering what they were thinking whenever they paused to look at us, at our grandfathers and fathers on stools up front, those with dead or dying children in the first row, our grandmothers and mothers behind them, nursing babies into quietude and shooting us glares if we made a wrong sound from under the mango tree. Our young women repeatedly sighed and shook their heads. Our young men, clustered at the back, stood clenched-jawed and seething. We inhaled, waited, exhaled. We remembered those who had died from diseases with neither names nor cures, our siblings and cousins and friends who had perished from the poison in the water and the poison in the air and the poisoned food growing from the land that lost its purity the day Paxton came drilling. We hoped the men would look into our eyes and feel something for us. We were children, like their children, and we wanted them to recognize that. If they did, it wasn't apparent in their countenance. They'd come for Paxton, to keep its conscience clean. They hadn't come for us. Wojabeki walked up to the front and thanked everyone for coming. "My dear people," he said, exposing the teeth no one wanted to see, "if we don't ask for what we want, we'll never get it. If we don't expunge what's in our bellies, are we not going to suffer from constipation and die?" We did not respond. We cared nothing for what he had to say. We knew he was one of them. We'd known for years that though he was our leader, descended from the same ancestors as us, we no longer meant anything to him. Paxton had bought his cooperation, and he had, in turn, sold our future to them. We'd seen with our own eyes, heard with our own ears, how Paxton was fattening his wives and giving his sons jobs in the capital and handing him envelopes of cash. Our fathers and grandfathers had confronted him after the evidence had become impossible to dismiss, but he had beseeched them to trust him, telling them he had a plan. Everything he was doing was to help us reclaim our land. He had shed 2 cups of tears and swore by the Spirit that he hated Paxton as much as we did. Wasn't it obvious? Our young men had conspired to kill him, but our old men found out about the plan and pleaded with them to spare him. "We've already had too many deaths," our old men said. "We've used up too many burial plots." Wojabeki continued looking at us, dreadful gums still exposed. We wished we didn't have to look at them, but there could be no avoidance. They were the first thing we saw whenever we looked at his face, gums as black as the night's most evil hour, streaked with pink of various shades, tilting brown teeth, wide spaces between. "My very dear people," he went on, "even a sheep knows how to tell its master what it wants. That's why we've gathered here again, to resume this discourse. We thank the kind representatives from Paxton for coming back to talk to us. Messengers are good, but why should we use them if we can talk to each other with our own mouths? There's been a lot of misunderstanding, but I hope this meeting will bring us closer to a resolution of our mutual suffering. I hope that after this evening, we and Paxton can continue moving in the direction of becoming good friends. Friendship is a great thing, isn't it?" We knew we would never call them friends, but some of us nodded. In the glow of the fading sun, our village looked almost beautiful, our faces almost free of anguish. Our grandfathers and grandmothers appeared serene.